Hello and welcome to lesson 1 on Mr. Boxes, where we're going to be looking at movement and sensing. Some really important blocks that we can use in Scratch. So first of all, let's go to our Scratch sort of web page. You'll be able to see here that I haven't got anything loaded at the moment. So I'm going to go over to my username over here and I should see it saying my stuff. Okay. And I can see here that I've got something called Mr. Boxes Start and Mr. Boxes Start Demo. So I'm going to load this one, but you'll want to load this. So if I come over here, you'll see I've got something that says My Class. Now I've got lots of classes. The one I'm doing today is Year 5. So here it is, and you can see I've got a studio there for you, and it's called Mr. Boxes. If I click into there, you'll see that that file is there. So when you open it, please click on Remix. So if I click onto this, then there'd be a green part here. I'll just show you. And it will come up and you'll see here that you'll have something that says Remix. It'll be over here, it'll be a green button. I don't want to do that. So I want to go and actually find the demo, because I don't want to change it too much, or else I'll have to undo it all so that you don't see this. Okay, so I'm going to see inside. You'll click on Remix. So what we're going to do is we're going to design this game that this little character here is going to basically have to get around all these red boxes, and well, there's a yellow one down here, so maybe you could get down to there. So you'll see we've got some programming here, and you'll also see that on the OneNote that I've got here. So you can see we've got movement and sensing. So you've got to find that Mr. Boxes Scratch file, and then your first task is to make your sprite move up, down, left and right. Now I've completed the first ones here. You can see over here that I've actually completed that, although you would do it if I just need to make some changes to that. So hopefully that should work. You should see that, although it's not coming through. It's a bit of a shame. Okay, so this should, there it is. So you can see now. So there's the instructions that will be on your sheet. So those are the ones we're going to look at for the moment. So you can see here, if I come down onto this screen now, I've got when up arrow key is pressed, point in direction 0, which in this case is up, and it's going to move 10 steps. So if I press the up arrow, he moves up. Okay, and surprise, surprise, if I move the down arrow, here when down arrow key pressed, point in direction 180, if I click on that, you can see that that direction is down, and I'm going to move 10 steps. So I can move all of that way like that. All right. Now obviously what I need to do is to recreate these for left and right. So I'll just do the left one for you, and you can see, well, I want to point in direction, so I'm going to go to the blue motion. I'm going to come down to the point in direction. There we are. Now I want it to go left, so let's have a look. So that's that way, so that's minus 90. Okay, and I might as well move him 10 steps, and you can see there. So now I've got him moving. Now the interesting thing here is he's upside down, isn't he? So there is a useful thing that you can do here, and you only need to do it once. You can actually make it look like it's only goes left and right. So we could set the rotation style here, so this block here, as long as we do it in one of them fairly quickly, it'll do. You could even put it in the when the green flag is clicked. So now if I just do up, you can see now he just rotates left and right. He doesn't sort of whiz around. So obviously you'd now need to go and do the right arrow. So that's the first part that you'll need to complete. And that should mean that your character should move around. But you can see nothing happens when I touch the red block. So let's go back to our instructions, which are over here. Okay, so what do I need to do? It says, well, your next task is to make a loop. Okay, well, we've covered loops a little bit in the past, and it's going to make it so that if your sprite touches the colour red, it's going to then do something. So here you can see we've got a forever loop, and then we've got this if statement and a touching colour. Now, that colour is going to be important, that we're going to need to actually know exactly what that colour is. If it's slightly different, this won't work. So let's have a look at that now. Come back to here, and you can see if I scroll down a bit, I've been really kind. I've given you all the bits, so you have to put them together in the right order. So I'm going to have a forever, because or else it only runs once. Okay, I've got my if, so if then, so I want to say if touching colour, so I can drag that in. Now if you want to create these yourself, you can do it from the sensing menu, because we're looking at movement and sensing. You can see here if touching colour. You know, there's plenty of things that you can experiment with here, but we're just going to look if touching colour. Now we want it if we're touching red. Now this is I could try and go in and find the red, but it may not be exactly the same red, because if I just change it a little bit there, still looks red, but is it the same red as there? So here's the cheat. There is a little eyedropper tool here, and if you click on that, you'll see that I can now drag across, and can you see I can actually sample the colour, and there it goes. So now I know that something's going to happen if I touch this red colour. Well, what could it be? It might be that I say something, I don't know, hello. Probably we need to change that, but let's see if it works. So I can move him up a bit and then go like that. So now let's see, and he says hello for as long as he's touching it, and then he stops. So that's pretty cool going. So if you've got that to work, obviously I haven't got the right key working yet. Maybe we could then have him as a checks activity here. When he touches the yellow, something else could happen. All right. So that will get you started. So this is part 1. I'll do another little video just to explain some of the things that you can do as a little bit of an extension to this. So have fun. Follow the instructions on the file you've got in your OneNote. You can see there's some ideas there. And we've also got some checks things that we can do as well. Okay, so have fun.